I'm a Georgia Bulldog till I die. Red and black running deep inside. Got that pride, you can see it in my eyes. Stand tall, yeah, we working through the night. G-A, that's right.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Doghouse Live. We are live tonight. I was supposed to go live last night, but I had some issues going on, or some situations going on, personal things, and I had to postpone until today. And my guy Jared, man, that always calls in on Monday, he was the guy that really, asked the question. So shout out to Jared, man, for, keeping me on my toes with my channel. I'll say it like that, Go Dogs to everybody that's going to jump off in the live and participate. Go Dogs for the ones that just want to peek in and see what's going on. I actually changed the title. I actually wanted to talk about a couple of things, surrounding the SEC and surrounding the game against Texas. But, I just found – oh, excuse me, y'all. I actually saw something while I was at work today, and I kind of switched up the topic, right? Go Dogs, David. I actually switched up the topic because I felt like it's a lot of Georgia people or Georgia fans that sometimes it make me feel like they're negative. Like there's a lot of negativity going on when it comes to, this guy Jayden Wade, right? So initially, I posted about Jayden Wade committing to the University of Georgia. Now we all know, he's only a sophomore in high school, so it's very early. Obviously, he could possibly decommit and recommit or whatever the case may be. Excuse me one more time, y'all, because I got something in my throat. Wow. But anyway, we all know that he can possibly decommit, recommit. I mean, we've seen it happen with Jared Curtis also. So it's not like, it can't happen, right? Signing day is the main day. So I already know this, but I wanted to, just bring some energetic and some fun to the channel. I wanted to bring some enlightenment to the channel because I know a lot of times a lot of coverage channels don't really cover certain things, like, maybe certain people felt, to their defense, they may have felt like it was too early to cover Jayden Wade, specifically just because, it's early, right? He's a sophomore in high school. I just felt the need to do so because sometimes I feel like certain players are not brought to the forefront, are not talked about. Just like when I did a live and we talked about Hazika Millender, and I felt like why isn't he talked about? You know what I mean? He's on the roster. Nobody has spoken about him at all, even to this day. I think I am the only one that has spoke about Hazika Millender. But shout out to him too, man, because he needs some light on him too. He didn't flip from Boise State to Georgia for nothing. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of people, in their defense, the ones that I feel like is being negative, I think a lot of people feel as if Georgia just got a history of not starting certain types of quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Me personally, I felt the same way at one point also, but at the end of the day, I had to realize that it's not always about race. You know what I mean? It's sometimes it's about how well this player is, or did it translate over, or his skill set, his skill level when it comes to coming into college football. Now, we know that the last so-called black quarterbacks that we had at the University of Georgia, I'm not sure if Jaden Rashada was fully black, but Jaden Rashada, Justin Fields, and I always forget it, Dewan Mathis. Now, with Dewan Mathis' situation now, that was all on him. He didn't become a good player for the University of Georgia. Then I think he went on to Temple. He didn't do well over there. He started out as a quarterback, but then I think they moved him to the wide receiver position. That didn't work out for him, so I think he went down to a lesser division type of team. But at the end of the day, that was on him. It didn't translate over for him. I think he came in as a 4-star, but we all know stars don't always matter. But my thing is, the biggest thing for me is just the negativity. Like, I see it in the comment sections. I see people talking about Georgia won't start a black quarterback. I see all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I see some interesting type of comments, and I'm like, me personally, man, I try to avoid it at the channel. Like, the ones that support the channel, the ones that always in the chat, the ones that subscribe to the channel, you guys know I try to avoid the topic because I don't want this channel to be about race. You know, my thing is football has brought all kinds of races together. So that's what I love about football for the most part. That's one of the biggest things I feel like when it comes to football, that it does bring people together from all walks of life. But to see certain comments in the comment section, and you know, you can comment and say whatever you want. It really don't bother me, but I just feel like sometimes people got to let that go. Let that myth go. I'm gonna just call it a myth. Just let it go, because that may not be what it is. Like, I know a lot of us feel like that or have felt like that, but I don't necessarily think that's what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kirby Smart made a bad decision when it came to starting Justin Fields over. Starting Jake Fromm over Justin Fields. But at the end of the day, I don't think it had nothing to do with his race. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, I tend to not want to think like that, and that's just me loving football, loving the game. You know, regardless of what walk of life, that's just me loving everything about it, right? You know what I'm saying? All of us are on the field playing together, playing for each other. It's, well, not us, but you know, the players. But you know, so I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to think like that. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person where I think that everybody matters, no matter what race. Do black quarterbacks tend to bring swag and bring a lot more I would say mobileness to the position? Yeah, but it's also been some mobile white quarterbacks also. So it's not, and Hispanic, you know what I mean? You got one now at Vanderbilt. So it's like, it doesn't matter what the race is. When I initially put the video out, I was excited about the situation. Bobo won over 2 number 1 quarterbacks back to back. That's what I was mostly excited about. It had nothing to do with his race. It was mostly the fact that you got Jared Curtis for the class of 26 or 27, whichever one, and then you got Jayden Wade committed for the class of 28. Now we all know, yeah, it's a little early, you know what I mean? But I still wanted to put that out there. Sometimes it gotta take the fan base to push not a narrative, but it's gotta take the fan base to kind of, you know what I'm saying, put it out there that, okay, this guy's coming to Georgia. A lot of times players will transfer for a number of things. A lot of times players transfer because they feel like they're not getting the respect that they deserve at that university. You know what I mean? I think some people said that Carson Beck felt like that at one point. Some people even say that Stetson Bennett felt like that at one point, that we were dragging him as the quarterback. I think somebody might be calling in. Hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, I think somebody calling in. Hold on just a second. To whoever that is, hold on.
Jarrett.
What's up? All right, that's Jared calling in. Jared's calling in. What's going on, Jared?
What's going on? I heard you just talk about the recruits. I mean, I don't really look into recruits until like the first week of December or whenever they sign days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not important to me until like the very day of December when they start signing players.
Right.
And then we have to worry about, will they decommit and go somewhere else? Because that always happens. So
right.
It's not really that big of a deal.
Well, no, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, when you're a dog channel, I just feel as if, you know, you should cover everything that happens with the dogs. I mean, you got Dog Nation that do the same thing. So that and some of that's where I got it from. Some of the intel about him, that's where I got it from. Dog Nation, yeah. And then, you know, so that's what I do at my channel, because I like to keep the viewers informed on everything that's happening. We know that it's early. Yeah,
I know you got that one. I know we got the one kid for 26 coming in. He's a 5-star, 4-star. But you know, we've always had issues with 5-star recruits. You know, being underperforming.
Right.
So we've always had that issue. Like, I don't think Gunner Stockton was a 5-star. I don't think, was he? Was he a 4-star?
He was a 4-star. Yeah, he was a 4-star.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these. I mean, Puglisi, I don't think was a 5-star. He's a 4-star. See,
yeah, all of them are. Yeah, except for Jared Curtis.
Yeah, Jared Curtis and that 26 recruit that's allegedly coming. We don't know, depending on signing day, if he commits. I don't know. Right. But I mean, so I do not like 5-star quarterbacks because most times they don't work out that well. Wasn't Carson Beck a 5-star?
Carson Beck, yeah, no, he was a 4-star. He was a 4-star. Yeah. So the last 5-star we actually had on the roster, I think, was Jayden Rashada. He was the last 5-star that was actually active on the roster. Outside of him, I think before him, I think it was Justin Fields. Yep, Justin Fields. You know what I mean? So, my main thing is, I think, a lot of once I start reading some of the comments, and I normally don't get into the comments like that, but once I start reading the comments, I just want people to be more positive about certain things and not.
Yeah, I'm positive, but I don't worry about committing until signing day, because we can't worry about it until we get to December, and then you have to worry about them decommitting. And then, I think the portal, I don't know if the portal only opens up once now or twice.
Nah, it opened up twice. Yeah, they opened. Yes. We got the window, the winter cycle opening up in January, I think. Yeah.
January 2nd. January 2nd.
January 2nd.
And then I think spring. But I think you can only do it, but so many times, like to different schools or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So my thing is, like I said, not you in particular, but just people in general have to start. The thing is, when I posted the video, I was excited, hyped, and all of that, and it wasn't because that I thought that he was going to come to Georgia and start for Georgia. I felt like Bobo is in his bag at this point, because Bobo was in the article that I wrote, that I read initially. He was in the article saying that he was trying to recruit this guy. So I felt like, for all of the Bobo haters, look what's happening. You know what I mean? Like, because at the end of the day, he's already done recruited Jared Curtis and got Jared Curtis on board. We still don't know what he's gonna do until signing day 2. You know what I mean? Now you got another guy for the class of 2028. To me, that's pretty damn good for the guys that don't like Mike Bobo. So that was my whole thing for the videos that I put out. But I think people taking it and going left field with it, and with the race and all that type of shit. And I'm like, I'm not on that. We got to be a little more positive about it. Plus, these guys are 16, 17, 18 years old. Like, they not, you know what I mean? They kids. So it's like, I'm not thinking about that when it comes to my channel. I'm trying to keep my channel positive for the viewers and exciting for people that want to check it out. So, like, I just wanted people to kind of not be so negative to the situation. I mean, I know everybody think they know everything about college football. I get it. But at the same time, when I put stuff out, it's just to inform my viewers and the people that subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, of course. Speaking of which, we need to talk about the game. I knew UGA was going to win. I didn't know how they were going to win. I didn't know if they were going to capitalize off of last week's momentum, and they did. And that's good. That's consistency.
Right.
That's good to have consistency, and the defense actually showed up for all 4 quarters. Yeah, and that was impressive.
That's what we wanted, and that's what we got. So all of the hype around Texas, and coming into this game, I
knew Texas was going to lose, but I just didn't know how they were going to lose. Were they going to lose from a come from behind victory, or was it going to be a blowout? I didn't know how.
Well, that's kind of how I felt. That's kind of how I felt about Texas and who they just played. Not Texas, but Alabama and Oklahoma. I was banking on Oklahoma winning that game, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out.
So Oklahoma won the same way they beat Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same exact way. Field goals, turnovers of possession, and a lot of field goals.
But that's gotta be a bad look on Bama, and I'm not a Bama hater, but that's gotta be a bad look on Bama to have lost.
You know KB, don't you?
Yeah. That's my guy.
He's not in denial. He knows that the offense is terrible, and I totally agree. The offense is just absolutely terrible. Mm-hmm. It's just Ryan Grubb just throwing shit out and seeing what works, and he should just. He should just be using Josh Cuevas, Jeremy Bernard, and Isaiah Horton, and that's it. And he should have used Daniel Hill instead of Jam Miller, because they were actually getting some yards with Daniel Hill.
Right. But you know what's so crazy? I've never seen a team win the line of scrimmage and still lose the game like the way they won it. The way they lost it, because they were winning the line of scrimmage. I watched the game. The defense was on point. The offensive line was protecting Ty Simpson, but you know, when it just, like I said, for an Alabama fan, it gotta hurt to see your team go down to a team that didn't do nothing but kick field goals. Like, I mean, I think they scored once.
Well, their kicker killed it. The kicker's what killed them, because they snapped the ball and the snapper.
Oh yeah, but I thought that was a decent. I didn't see a problem. Like, I watched it twice. I didn't see what was the issue, but I saw him yelling at him.
It was the snapper, and the kick got blocked at the same time. So the snap was bad, and then the kick was blocked at the same time. So the kick went left because it was snap bad, and the ball got a finger on it. So it was still going left, even if it got blocked. Because the snap was bad. I could tell.
Like I said, man, as an Alabama fan, I would be highly upset at my team. You know,
the kicker's bad. The run defense is bad. Yeah. And the run game is bad.
The run game is the run game ain't there.
I know. KB says, "Oh, our run defense is good." No, it ain't. It's just as bad as Georgia's run defense.
Right. And and like I said, I'm not a person that downplay other programs. Now I did downplay South Carolina because that was ridiculously horrible. I don't ever think in my years of watching football, I can't even remember a time where I saw a team. You know, I live in Columbia, so I'm around these chickens. So you know,
if Shane Beamer isn't fired by the end of the season, I don't know what'll save his job.
If he lose to Clemson, he's gone. If he loses to Clemson, he's gone.
Well, I mean, I think he should be fired anyway. But I mean, Clemson shouldn't be able to save him from like that terrible loss.
I don't think it. I don't think it will. I just think it would be the icing on the cake to let the the program directors or whoever know that, hey, this guy, we can't. It's nothing to him. You know what I mean? I mean, they had a decent season last season. I don't know what changed because I'm not a
Shane Beamer record together, SEC, well, not SEC because he got a losing record in SEC, but total, he has a record of non-SEC, not talking about SEC, but 32-29.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. And then the SEC is the losing record. I can't remember, like 16-23, something like that.
Right.
Something like that. It's not good. So, I mean, I wouldn't keep him because I know Uncle Lou says he's the only thing you got and what you're going to have to replace him. Well, you're going to have find someone regardless. I mean, to be a group of five, it's got to be somebody better than Shane.
Yeah, I don't know who they're going to replace him with. You know what I mean? To be honest, it doesn't matter to me anyway, but I just know that was a horrible loss. You know what I mean? That's definitely should be costing him his job.
And the worst part, he was gyrating at halftime. Just gyrating his arms to the crowd and stuff like that. At the end, when they lost, I mean, it made it worse because he did that. And then at the end of halftime, he said, "Yeah, I knew we were going to do that." I was like,
right.
"No, you didn't." You didn't
right. Not when you're up. Not when you're up 30-3 at halftime. Like that's
you didn't know that.
Right. And I go ahead.
And then at the end, he said, "Oh, we weren't playing conservative at the end of the game at the second half." I'm like, obviously you were playing conservative at the second half because they scored 30, what was it, 28, 30, whatever unanswered points, like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
3 unanswered touchdowns on you.
Yeah, they scored like 20-something points unanswered. You know, so
you know Carolina Jackpot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so mad. He got so mad that he hit. I don't know if you watched his channel when he was live. But
no, I didn't.
He fucking he broke. He got so mad. He broke the TV. He broke the TV. He's like, and he was like, blah blah. He banged the TV. That was some funny shit. But
that's crazy.
I feel bad. I feel bad for him because that was a.
Yeah, that was a horrible loss, man. I wasn't expecting that either, man. But yeah, man, Jared, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. It's always a pleasure talking to you when you call in, brother.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, man. You have a good one. Go Dogs.
All right, take care. Go Dogs.
All right, Charles. Go give a round of applause to Jared. Jared always calls in and have some good insight when he does call in. You know what I mean? I know he wanted to get off that Texas game. I know he had to get that off. Shane Beamer needs to be on the hot seat. Shane Beamer, man, listen, man. I did a video on Shane Beamer. Shabazz, where you been at? I did a video on Beamer. And I talked about Beamer in that game. So Beamer knows what time it is. Old Beamer, he knows what time it is. He knows it's about time to start doing the checkout. You know, go ahead, pack your bag. I was talking to somebody at work today about that. Like, man, they should have had his bags packed before he even got home. What were they? No, they wasn't at home, was they? Were they at home? I don't give a damn where they. No, they wasn't at home. They should have had his bags packed already at the door. You ain't got to worry about coming in here saying nothing to nobody. You know what I mean? You don't got to worry about being embarrassed or whatever the case may be. Just get your bags and get on out of here. Get on out of Columbia. But, you know, at the end of the day, it don't make me none. I'm a dog living in Columbia, and I'm always stay a dog. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, half of Columbia don't even support the South Carolina, no way. If you know, you know. Living in South Carolina, man. Especially Columbia, living in Columbia, bro. When I first moved here back in, I would say 2015, when I first moved here, you know, obviously I was sporting all my Georgia stuff, and I wanted to see, to get the camaraderie going on between the different teams, because, you know, you got Clemson people here, you got South Carolina people here, so half the city was already Clemson. So these guys, I don't want to discredit nobody because this is where I live, but a lot of these guys are bandwagoners, right? So most of the people when I first moved to Columbia were Clemson fans. Like, I couldn't go anywhere without seeing Clemson. It's kind of like Cowboy fans, how they band with a lot of Cowboy fans. Everybody want to be a Cowboy fan or a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. You know, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. Even with the Chiefs, everybody want to be a Chief. So it's just the same situation that I felt here. Like, it was like, damn, okay, everybody want to be Clemson. I mean, you know, so soon as last season hit, I'm starting to see the bands wearing the hats. I'm starting to see the flags flying everywhere on people's cars. I'm starting to see, you know, all of these different things. And I'm like, wow, when I first moved here, nobody was a South Carolina fan. So I actually thought that they was going to get back right. I thought that after last season, he was going to come in. He speaking on Lenoir Sellers. I thought he was going to come in this season and do a whole lot better. I don't know if it was an injury or something that slowing him down or whatever, but it seems like he's more of a running quarterback now more than ever. He can throw that thing. He got an arm on him. You know, I've seen him connect with receivers, but this past weekend was just horrible. Probably I think his worst games ever. I think it was one of the worst games for South Carolina history to see it go down like that. So, you know, it is what it is. I just ordered me a Stockton jersey. Word. Yeah, I got to get me some update jerseys, man. I got the Chubb, and I got the Brock Bowers jersey. I feel like that's enough for me though, but I need more. I don't know if I'm gonna get Stockton. I think I will get Nate Frazier's jersey. I will get Nate Frazier's jersey, and I think I'm gonna get somebody from the defense side of the ball. Well, I think I want to get a Roquan Smith jersey. I want to get a Nakobe Dean jersey. Man, that defense right there, Jordan Davis. I want to get all of those jerseys, to be honest with you. But outside of that, as far as the offense goes, this season, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a Stockton. I might get a Stockton. You know, you never know. But anyway, man, back to the basics of the conversation. And, hey, let me show y'all something too, man. I want to show y'all something too, to kind of show y'all the point, what I was saying. You know what I mean? The point that I was making. All right, so this one right here, this video right here was the video where I talked about, you know, the prospect, you know, him being Jayden Wade being a prospect or whatever the case may be. You know, a couple of people said, you know, that they love it. You know, Sincere Harper. Shout out to Sincere Harper, man. That's one of my regulars right there, man. So as y'all can see Dave Chappelle looking crazy right here. Y'all can see obviously see some of the stuff I be looking at. I don't want y'all to see everything, but anyway, you got some good comments. I love it, but I think the commit was too early. He probably commit 2 or 3 times before he settles on the school. But if he sticks to the commit, that would be awesome. I've been let down too many times by these recruits. I don't pay attention to the recruit until the early signing period. Yeah, and that's most people. I get it. I just feel like I got to bring light to the situation. I think a lot of people that don't cover the Dogs, as far as like what I do on social media, they feel like they giving their opinion of when they do things. I'm doing things for my channel. So, everybody needs to be updated on every recruit. Now, I'm not going to talk about a guy that's not committed to Georgia or isn't crystal balled at least, but most of the time I'm going to talk about guys that are actually committed. So most of these are, pretty good comments. And then, we get down to this comment here and hold on, man. Hold on real quick. Hold on. Let me answer this. Let me answer this real quick. Hold on, y'all.
Call from
Mondo.
What's the dealio?
What's going on, bro? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, can y'all hear the calls? Can they hear the call? Could you hear the call before you came in?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure, what I'm saying, because I'm trying out a new headset. I just want to make sure.
Oh, you getting Spody on. You getting brand new, huh? You got your little new headset, huh? Okay. Yeah. Now, before we get into anything, bro, I got to talk to you about this. I don't know what you plan to talk about, but before we get started, Mondo. Oh, and for everybody, man, Mondo Black is in the house, man. Let me give him a round of applause. Y'all know who he is. He in the building, man. Shout out to Mondo. But check this out, man, before we get into whatever you was going to talk about, bro. What happened with you and KB, man? I saw this video, right? So initially, after the game, after they lost, I saw the ending, what he talked about at the end, but I didn't watch it all the way through. So like the next day, I saw this guy covering it. So I'm like, damn, I ain't never seen nobody reacting to KB video. So I'm like, so the guy was like, well, damn, it went viral. So he started playing it, and I heard how KB was going off. I said, what is going on right here, man? You got to talk to me, man. What happened?
Okay, man, I'm going to tell you the whole story, bro. All right, so me and my wife, man, we went out and did a little Christmas shopping.
Right.
Because I'm going to do all of my decorations this coming weekend.
Right.
After the Charlotte game, I'm going to do all my Christmas decorating this weekend.
Okay.
So, Bama played before us. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
The spot we was at, it had TVs in it. And, I was like, okay, let me go on there. Because I was looking for you.
Yeah.
Because I thought maybe you did a watch party where I couldn't find you.
Right,
so
right.
KB came across the timeline.
Yeah.
And I saw him in there, like just going. At the time I came in there, the pick 6 happened. All I did, Major, was do some laughing emojis.
Right.
And the clown went off. He went in on me, in on me. And he was talking about, see, you just come in here when something bad happened. Why don't you bring calling me all kinds of names?
Yeah.
I know you monetize.
Yeah.
I know you monetize. I'm not gonna repeat all the vulgar languages he was saying.
Yeah, we all heard it. That's why I didn't know what actually happened, because I saw with that guy that covered it. I saw with the message, and I'm like, I saw what it said. It said something, and then there was a lot of laughing emojis.
That dude didn't tell the whole story. He was just that guy that did a reaction on that video. He's trying to be something like a comedian.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
And it seemed like he was kissing KB butt.
Okay. About his background and his setup.
Background.
Yeah,
and then he was trying to throw shade at Georgia fans. Talking about, it's when your team is a loser and your team never wins.
Yeah.
I want to go in there and leave a comment underneath that says, "Punk ass clown, we don't won more national titles this decade than Bama has."
Right.
Bama won one little pandemic title, which you can put an asterisk on that. All right.
Right.
Where Ohio State having 9 starters out that night.
Yeah.
Versus us, where we actually went through a gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
A gauntlet of a playoff schedule, Michigan, and then had to beat Bama in the rematch, and then the following year, TCU, but hell, TCU was popping that year.
Right.
TCU was popping that year.
They was.
It felt like they was one of the best 4 teams.
Yep, because a lot of people counted us out. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They was TCU the whole season. Because what was the quarterback name? What was that guy's name, man? What was the quarterback for TCU? Boy, they was talking about them so much. Talking about them damn frogs. We want Georgia. I'm like, wow, okay. Turn around and gave them the spanking they never had before in their life. But yeah, man, Max Duggan, that's his name. Max Duggan.
Yeah, Max Duggan. Max Duggan. And remember, he came in off the bench.
Yeah,
the starter got hurt.
Yeah. But he was balling.
The starter got hurt in the second week of the season. And Max Duggan came in and threw for 4,000 yards that season.
It's all gravy. Said that dude y'all talking about is an Ohio fan. Yeah, I know. I noticed that during the video. He said, Ohio State feel like they on top of the world right now. Yeah. And I did. Yeah. I heard him mention something about Ohio. That's what I was like, okay, so he must just be an Ohio State fan. That's why he.
Well, here's the thing that I'm gonna go ahead and finish telling you the whole story, because it's like a 2-3 part to the whole thing. All right.
Okay.
He was basically, and this is the only time where he really kept it down the middle, when he was like, this is okay, a Georgia fan going in trolling a Bama fan kind of reminds me of a Ohio State fan trolling a Michigan fan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Michigan been waxing Ohio State for the last four years, going on 5. This year could be number 5.
And I think I think when he, not to cut you off, but I think when he said that kind of, I'm like, is he an Ohio State fan or what? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
he proper as hell. Yeah, he was. Yeah. He proper as hell. So I knew he didn't have he wasn't, supporting no Southern team. Cause how proper he talk, you know what I mean? Which, I ain't got nothing against that, but it is what it is, Yeah. But go ahead.
So and then he was then when he went on his little rant, this was after the pick 6, early in the game, and after the pick 6, he was talking about, and when we come back and win, I'm gonna drop the link for you. You better hit it, and if you don't hit it, I'm going to go live. I'm going to do a live especially for you, and I'm going to call your ass out. If you try to run over there, to the doghouse and hide from me, I'm going to come over there. I'm going to follow you over there. He said, I was like, you know what? I told him, I said, look, I'm out shopping right now, but when I'm done, I ain't got no problem hitting the link, win or lose. I ain't got no problem hitting the link. So after the game, we back. I'm here settled in the office and everything. And I go in there and type in the chat. Oh, and this is what I typed. I typed the laughing emojis at first because of the way he was going off on another Tide fan. At the time I came in, Major, he was cussing out another Tide fan. I typed the laughing emojis and along some popcorn emojis. And then I typed in there, I said, bro, calm down. All y'all got to do is beat Auburn. I said, all y'all got to do is take out Auburn. And then he just started going out to my, you calling me all kinds of names. So all right, I'm going to troll this clown. I'm going to go ahead and give him the business. So I said, Boomer Sooner. I typed in there, Boomer Sooner. I typed a BOOOOOMER Sooner.
I saw that one.
That's when he went on with that damn YAG talk. And my thing is, Little Major, bro. I was in the beat.
So that guy,
bro, that's my wheelhouse. He don't want to. I try to keep this shit sports, and try to keep it football.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the roasting and the banging, he don't want that, man, because I got a lethal tongue when it comes to that. I don't know the man personally.
Right.
I don't take no personal shots at him.
Right.
My view of him is I think he's a delusional, fake ass Tide fan. I guarantee you, if I quiz this man, because I grew up around Tide fans, Major.
Right.
I'm been around. I got family members that are Tide fan. I can ask this man, but I guarantee you, I know more about the history of Alabama University football than he does. I can ask him 5 questions and he will miss all 5 because I know he's a fake ass, bandwagon ass fan. Look at the man cave. Look at his man cave. All you see is stuff that happened after Saban. You don't see anything from before 2007. No Sean Alexander jersey, no Bobby Humphrey jersey, none of that. No Saran Stacy jersey, no nothing. That's how I know he a fake ass Tide fan. He ain't no real Tide fan.
Damn, man. I mean, it was crazy. Like, when you called in, that's the first thing popped in my mind because I actually thought about contacting Kangaroo Black because I'm like, God damn, like I thought the guy edited it up or something like that. I didn't know that it happened the way he posted it. You know what I mean? As far as the guy that was reviewing it or whatever, I thought that he might have chopped it up and made it look like he was. But nah, for when he was saying what he was saying, I say, oh my, this serious. Like, you know,
he didn't chop nothing up. He didn't even speed up so he must have got permission from KB. He didn't even speed up the audio or anything like that, man. It's uncut.
I don't think
he did an uncut reaction.
I don't think he I don't think he got permission, but KB did pretty much give it to him once he posted it. He commented in the comment section and told him, like, you know, he appreciated him posting it or whatever. Basically, he just gave him permission in the comment section. But you know, like that threw me off because I ain't never seen KB get like that, you know, not saying certain things that he was saying. I had never seen it. I'm like, oh, this is serious. Like this, you know what I mean? Like
he went in on that Alabama fan worse.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't catch that one.
That's the part that the Ohio dude didn't really show. I kind of wish the Ohio dude would have played that part where he went off on the Bama fan because he posted the Bama fan comment up there because they had that Bama avatar. And you know a Bama fan. I saw that same fan in there typing earlier. It was in there typing Roll Tide.
Right.
Look, man, I don't give a damn how upset I was after we lost to Bama that night.
Right.
The next live I did, I had some Georgia fans coming in there. You know, they were upset, and we all were upset about a loss. But I would never disrespect and go off on any of my supporters like that. And what that fool need to realize is you don't just have Bama fans that support you. You got Georgia fans that subbed up to you that support you. You got Auburn fans, LSU fans, Texas fans. You got I got Ohio State fans that are subbed up to me and got membership. I got Georgia fan, Auburn, Bama fans, Notre Dame fans, all kind from all different fan bases.
I think
so. You don't sit there and go in and disrespect, you know, people just because they're a Georgia fan and they type a laughing emoji. Man, this YouTube. This is YouTube, man.
Yeah,
you can't have no damn thin skin in the game, bro.
Not
you can't
on
be
YouTube.
all damn emotional and sensitive, and you got to maintain some type of level of professionalism. Hell, Uncle Lou don't even do it like that. And Uncle Lou is wild. You know that. You know how wild Uncle Lou. You know how Uncle Lou get down. When them trolls started coming in, I didn't watch his thing with Alabama. I was watching yours. But I remember he did the Austin P. He did the Austin P. I was watching both of y'all going back and forth.
Right.
Trolls were coming in. Bama trolls, Florida trolls were coming in, and they were chopping him up. They were chopping Uncle up. He didn't nobody. He didn't stop and paying no comment, cursing them out, calling them out and stuff like that. So my thing is, man, to avoid a verbal beef war with that clown, man, I'm just gonna ghost watch him.
Right.
And if I got anything to say, I do it on my platform. Because see, that clown, I know that's the boy, but that clown, he emotional as hell. He too thin skinned for me, bro. He can't handle this. He can't handle this, man.
The thing about it is, I think the reason why the guy clipped he only showed your part was because he said that part actually was the one that, in his words, went viral. So I don't know about the viral part, but I guess he ended up seeing it, and he never knew about KB. So I guess that's what he meant by viral. He saw it, so he figured it went viral. But that was the only part that I saw. I didn't see the Bama fan get chewed out. I didn't see that part. You know what I mean? But yeah, man.
That explains my sub count going up on my channel. I'm wondering, damn, where all these people coming from? It's like every time for this entire week, man, every time I log on, it's like my sub count go up. I'm like, what's going on?
Exactly.
Now I know.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because they see it. They see who he was talking to. And he done said your name multiple times. So even people that wasn't already subbed to you, they continuously hearing your name. So it's like they going to automatically go find out who that person is he talking to. Let me go see who it is or whatever the case may be. Roderick Reed said, KB had me blocked for 2 years. I still love and laughing at his reactions. Yeah, man. I guess when you trolling people, some people take it different ways. You know what I mean? So I try to on my channel, I try to stay out of that trolling stuff, really, because I just don't care for it. Me personally, like, it's cool when you doing it for fun, but then it get out of hand. Like what happened with y'all two, it kind of get out of hand, and certain words is trigger points. When you saying certain things, it's cool to be like, get your ass. It's cool to say certain stuff, but then when it come to personal, like, I kind of stay out of that. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with KB, man. Hopefully y'all can kind of work that out some kind of way.
This is the thing, Major. This is the thing, and I know, and I want to move on to your title of your video. This is the thing with KB. What 225 girl just said.
What'd you say?
He, like, no disrespect to him, but he always dish it to other fan bases. But when he gets it back, he cannot take it. That's the problem that a lot of people have with him, Major. Look, man, he a Bama fan. Okay? Why not keep it on Bama business? Like other Tide podcasts. So like Matt Be Great don't be picking at other fan bases. And this dude, like, if LSU lose, he'll make a video trolling LSU. If Florida lose, he'll make a video trolling Florida. Clemson, Miami, just trolling.
Yeah.
But when Bama lose, when you do that, yeah, you pumping your numbers up.
Right.
But be ready, because Bama gonna lose, bro. When they lose, bro, you gonna get it back. You gonna get that work back, bro. Right.
Yeah, like I say,
and
man.
He can't handle it.
Like I say, man, I tend to try to stay out of other teams' business. I kind of like focus on mine. That's because I just love my team. You know what I mean? I like to focus more so on mine. But I see what you're saying as far as about like trolling.
And that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do, Major. That's what I do. When I do my dog call, I keep it on Georgia business.
Right.
I don't be, look, man, when
clowning.
I did a post-game show, when I did a post-game show, bro, my co-host brought up Bama because he's an Auburn fan. And then he mentioned the KB rant, and then that's when I did a response. You have to go and watch the post-game show where I did my response to him, and I told him, I said, look, man, you don't want to get into no verbal warfare, bro, because that's my wheelhouse. That's my specialty. I'm a ninja at that.
Yeah.
But let's keep it sports. Let's keep it football.
Yeah.
And then I said, look, I don't know you personally. And all that yag talk at the end, bro. I mean, come on. That's going to have people like ghost watching and looking at him like, why are you talking about another man's
Oh yeah, I did hear that part too.
That was the yag statement he was making. He thought he was being funny, But you got to realize, bro, you on the internet, you on social media, and this is the rainbow era that we're in right now. People gonna take that the wrong way, and they're gonna start looking at you crazy.
Yeah.
Because why is your man, you a Tide fan, your team just lost. Instead of talking about, what happened in the game and keeping the football, you talking sexual about another man.
I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part, man. That was crazy. But hopefully y'all figured out at some point. But moving on, like you said,
man, I'm gonna leave that sensitive clown alone, man. He too damn sensitive for me, bro. He's too damn scared for me.
But we're gonna move on to the topic of the discussion, man. About that whole thing. And like I said when I was doing the video, it ain't got nothing to do with the man's skin color, and that's why I hit you up on Instagram the other day, because I was thinking in my head, like, and now all of a sudden they starting to cover it now. I see more and more covering it now and saying stuff about it now. But I just feel like, okay, they wasn't speaking about it, but then that ain't even an issue now. It's more so these people in these comment sections. I know people gonna talk, but it's like, bro, y'all act like y'all don't want to see the guy play at the quarterback position. But go ahead on what you was getting ready to, what you was gonna say.
Okay, I think it's maybe like a 2-3 part reason for what's going on, and I can understand how you feel because you're on the outside looking on the end, but I can give you a little bit of insight to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Kaylee Manziel talked about it on her show Friday night. Kaylee Manziel's with Dog Nation.
Right.
Okay, so she's an insider. Okay.
Okay.
Dog Nation has ties to the University of Georgia. So they're able to get information that the rest of us are not able to get.
Right.
So that's why you only had her speaking about it. Rusty Manziel talked about it a little bit. He also had some inside information or whatever, but everybody else was kind of on the hush about it. So the Dog Nation took the lead because they have the resources. Michael Griffin, Brandon Adams, you know what I'm saying? They, Connor, all of them.
Connor,
them dudes got ties to the university.
Yeah.
So Saturday, she did like a 2-hour pregame show. She was on for maybe like an hour and a half before you went live.
Right.
And I was watching her, and she did a nice little
little piece on him,
on that kid. Yeah. And so they're excited about it, Major. They're excited about it. What's giving people pause about it is, man, we in the NIL era.
Yeah.
And the money quarterbacks, and let me say how nice. Let me put this as nice as I can put it. Okay. Quarterbacks like him, Justin Fields, that Underwood kid, Lenore Sellers. There's a reason why those type of quarterbacks have not won a national title in almost 9 years. And here's why. They choose to chase the bag.
Yeah, chase the money.
Yeah. Do you know Kirby wanted Shador? Kirby wanted Shador.
I didn't know about that.
He chose the bag. He chose the, Dion about that money, man.
Oh, yeah.
Dion about that money.
They ain't gonna sell themselves short.
Kirby was looking at Underwood about that bag. Kirby was looking at Taylor Green. He was looking at the kid Marcel Reed. Them dudes about their bag.
Yeah.
And Georgia don't get down like that, man. We big on development. We ain't gonna be, cutting checks. And we don't know what you can do. And then you in a situation like with Michigan in.
Yeah. Because, you done gave that man, what, $10, $12 million? You know what I mean? And you ain't doing really hardly nothing right now. So, but, this is first season, right? This is first starting season, right? Okay, so he got time. He's a first-time starter. You know what I mean? Fresh out of high school. So, maybe he will change up things, next season or whatever, get better next season. But, I get it. I get it, bro. I get what's going on, and I get that.
I think it's the 2028 factor, Major.
Yeah.
If it was like a 2026 commit, Major, everybody, I promise you, I could guarantee you, put everything on it, man. On God, everybody would be talking about it. But because it's 2028, Major, man, don't nobody want to set themselves up for failure. But don't nobody want to. I mean, I remember the Jayden Hazelwood disappointment, man.
Right.
With the kid from Texas, the Justin Terry disappointment.
Yeah.
I mean, Caleb, and let me just say this, man. Remember, we had Caleb Williams. That deal was inked in. But at the 11th hour, out of the blue, Stetson decided that he was coming back. And Stetson would have left, Caleb Williams would have been in a Georgia Bulldog uniform, bro.
Yeah. I just think for me, I think people got to understand that I cover the dogs. That's what I do, right? So I understand everybody's grief about, it's 2028. I don't really worry about it until signing day. This, that, and third. But I'm doing the same thing that Dog Nation doing, except for I'm not writing no whole article about it. I'm just bringing it to people that subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, you just got to commit. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that's where my issue came in at. Well, when I initially talked to you, I had that issue. But coming into this video or this live, I started looking through a lot of different comments, and I'm like, damn, like, y'all really seem like y'all just like hating at the end because it was all about black this, black that, black this, black that. I'm like, damn, like, and I can't tell who is who because they don't have no pictures on their profile. So I'm like, all right, I know the myth, but I'm tired of that black talk. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean?
Every fan base has that. You don't see it because you over here with us a lot. You ain't in the Louisiana the group and the Notre Dame group or the Mississippi group or anything like that. Right. But trust me when I tell you, man, it's just it may seem that way, bro, but it's just strange circumstances has kept us from having let's just say a brother at QB. The Mathis didn't pan out, and when I tell you, man, the fan base was behind him 1,000%. They loved that kid, bro. They were rooting for him. I remember this, Major, like it was yesterday. He just couldn't perform on the field. I remember when we pulled DeJuan Mathis and Stetson came out there on the field, bro. I remember it, bro.
It was Arkansas, right?
Some of them were booing, man. They didn't like the move, bro.
Right. It was that Arkansas game where he was, like, you know, at the end of the day, Jamie Newman,
he bailed on Kirby.
Yeah, he bailed. Yeah, he would have started too, but he bailed. That's why I say it to me it's a myth. You know, Kirby made a messed up this decision once. And I think people is running with that. They quick to run with that. Oh, see, we told you he won't start a brother, but it's like I just think that he just made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? That's all that was. But you know, at some point you just get tired of, you know, people using that as the reason why. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I thought the same way at one point, but eventually I was like, nah, sometimes it's a coincidence. It's just a coincidence that we haven't found the right type of brother to be at the quarterback position. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So that's why I was big on Hezekiah Millender, promoting him, promoting Jayden Wade that just came in, because I feel as if sometimes the fan base will cause a player to leave also, because I think that what's his name? Stetson Bennett was going through that with the fan base. I know for a fact Carson Beck was going through it with the fan base. So I feel like if we start pushing these guys to want to be at the program, then maybe some of these guys would look at it like, okay, this is where I know I want to be at. This is where I know I'm gonna get developed at. I'm gonna stay here. Yeah, everybody gonna be, a lot of guys gonna be about their money. But at the end of the day, if we attacking the players like, oh no, they ain't a good fit. Oh no, he ain't gonna start. That's gonna make a person want to decommit. Like all day, they look at the comments like we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think 2018 was just a different time. You got to remember Kirby was, a small fish just jumped in the ocean. A lot of people forget this is the man's first head coaching job, period.
Yeah.
Before Georgia, this man was
an assistant.
He was an assistant. He never ran a program. This is the first time he ran a program. So we go back to 2018. That was his third year, his third season.
Yeah, that was his third season. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got to remember, we coming off a national championship where Jake Fromm, he played pretty good in that Rose Bowl. And he played, in my opinion, he played damn good in that national championship game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can't help that a couple of receivers dropped the ball.
Yeah.
We can't blame Jake Fromm for that. So you coming into 2018, coming off a national championship, you one Hail Mary away from winning a national title with a quarterback. How are you going to sit him? Even though Justin Fields were better, how was you going to sit him? This is the way I look at it, Major. I wouldn't have recruited Justin Fields in the first place because you already had Jacob. You had Jake Fromm. I wouldn't have recruited him in the first place. Penn State wanted him. And I also look at it like this, Major, and you ask yourself this question. If the NIL was in play back in 2018, do you honestly think Justin Fields would have chose Georgia?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, he even said it himself. Even without NIL, he said that was the worst decision that he made is to committing to the University of Georgia, which I know it comes. I can understand where he's coming from with that. I ain't that much of a. Well, I am that much of a dog, but I ain't. I can understand where he's coming from. But man, it look like we sitting pretty at this point, man. It look like Georgia, just bullying Texas, and look like we sitting pretty. Look like we SEC bound. Everybody's talking good about us now. You know what I mean? So it looked like we eventually headed on into this playoff game because I know we gonna win out the rest of the season. So what you think about it? What you think about what's gonna happen?
There's a weird tiebreaker scenario for the SEC championship game, and I didn't know until this was brought to my attention earlier this afternoon, bro.
About A&M?
The Aggies lose to Texas. Yeah, if they straight up lose to Texas, they are out.
Yeah, they are out. Yeah,
and they're gonna put us in. I don't understand that logic because they're undefeated.
Right.
I'm thinking, Major, like after the Texas game, I'm thinking like, okay, the Aggies locked in Atlanta. They locked in Atlanta. So now it's just a question of whether Bama gonna beat Auburn. If they beat Auburn, then hell, they can go on to Atlanta. If they lose to Auburn, then we get the Aggies, which is what I want. I want the Aggies because I think we'll get up better for the Aggies. I think those players will be like 1,000% focused on the Aggies, but to turn around and have to play another game against Bama in that same building that we ain't never beat them in. I don't know how. And then you got to remember, man, we already unlocked everything up. There's no sense of urgency.
Right.
There is no sense of urgency for us playing Bama, where Bama is going to be playing for their playoff lives.
Yeah.
So I don't really want that. It ain't that I'm afraid of Bama. I think we could beat their ass in a rematch.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it would be kind of harder to get up for Bama versus the Aggies.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying because I know I was hearing that if the Aggies do win, we don't get in. I was hearing that too. We don't get into the.
If Bama win, we don't get in.
Oh, okay.
The Aggies win. Put it like this. Okay, so we'll know by the time we take the field against Georgia Tech. We'll know half. We'll know either the Aggies are in, and then it's gonna come down to Bama Saturday, or we'll know taking the field against Georgia Tech. Okay, we got to play another game because if they lose, from what I'm being told, Major. And I know that I'm looking at you on the TV.
Right, yeah. You see how I'm like.
I'm telling you, man, when you in your live, go pull it up.
Right.
We have a strength of record tiebreaker over the Aggies, and that is what they're going to go by, and that's what's going to put us in Atlanta if they lose to Texas.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. hey, you know, I'm sitting here thinking because I'm like, man, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for whatever go down. You know what I mean?
So you want Bama again?
I don't.
You want Bama again? No.
It don't bother me.
I'm looking at you, bro. You got that. You want Bama again?
Man,
you smile, bro.
Man, hey, look. I know it's time. It's time. We've developed right. You know, everybody know what time it is. If we play Bama again, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a wrap. You know what I mean? Georgia has done. Everybody got the experience that they needed. The defense is looking better. The offense is looking pretty good. You know, obviously. You know, but I'm ready for Bama again, man. We got to get that lick back. We got to get that back. You know what I mean? Texas A&M, whoever. You know, I like to whoever. You know what I mean? I don't want to go to the SEC. Period. Nah, why is that? Shit. Why not?
I look at it like this, Major. Okay, so say like if Bama and Texas A&M take care of business, all right?
Yeah.
So you know we can get a bye. And this is another scenario.
Okay, that's another,
I want you to think about.
Okay, yeah.
We can end up getting a bye, sitting at home on championship week. Mm-hmm. And then on Selection Sunday, be sitting there as the 4th seed or the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
With a long-ass layoff. Listen to this now. November the 29th to New Year's Day.
I don't know how I feel about them damn bye weeks with Georgia, though.
I don't know how I feel about that long ass layoff.
Yeah.
November the 29th to New Year's Day, bro. That's a little too long, bro.
Yeah.
College kids, especially, bro. Come on,
right.
Man.
That they go exactly. You know how they get. You know how they be out there. You know, getting in trouble and shit. And we already got a bad history.
Holiday season too.
We're out there racing and shit like that. So I just don't. Just the whole having a bye week for us, period, has been kind of like iffy. You know what I mean? Because you know we don't never seem to come back ready to go. You know, when we do have that long, especially that's a long stretch of time. You know what I mean? What you just saying. So you know, I don't know, man. I'm ready for whoever, whenever. You know what I mean? I don't, at this point, like I told people in my last live or video, whatever, man, at this point, I'm fully bought into this team being a championship team. So a lot of people, they'll start making their predictions in week 2. Oh, yeah, Gunnar Stockton is this. Oh, yeah, this is, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Nah, man, it's going to take me damn near the whole season to really say if this team is going to be worthy of a championship. I'm not going to choose it within the 2nd or 3rd week of the season, man. So now that we've beaten Texas, you know what I mean? We got 2 more games left. I think we'll beat both of those guys, you know, well, both of those teams. I think that we're championship ready. I don't see nobody else that, you know, if we play our game, I don't see too many teams that can really like actually stop us. You know what I mean? Nate Frazier's running hard. Chauncey Barnes is doing his thing when he's in there. You know, you got Gunnar Stockton going for 5 touchdowns. Come on, man. Like, I mean, what more do you want? It's all gravy. What more do you want from this team, brother? They are championship ready, in my opinion. But we lost C.J. Allen. He is out for a while. I mean, but you still got Chris Cole and you still got Raylan Wilson.
Can I explain that real quick, man?
Go ahead.
About the meniscus injury. He'll heal from that. It's not bad like with Kobe Young, okay? That you can fully heal from a meniscus injury from 4 to 6 weeks. Okay, so you look at it like this. So if everything pan out the way it's supposed to pan out, take care of Charlotte Saturday, take care of Georgia Tech Thanksgiving weekend, and you got November the 29th to New Year's Day, which it looks like the way everything lined up, we're going to have that bye because Indiana, Ohio State, both of them can't win. One of them going to
Yeah.
You know, so that right there, I think I see him playing in the playoff game, but he's going to be splitting reps with Chris Cole.
Yeah. I mean, everybody looking good in my opinion. That's why I said I think them boys ready.
Yeah, I think we got it with Justin Williams and Chris Cole.
Yeah.
And Raylan Wilson.
Raylan Wilson and Gabe Harris, man, them boys look good, man.
Like, them boys look good, man. Can you imagine what they're gonna look like next year?
Exact. Oh, that's why I be saying 2026. That's gonna be that year. We're gonna be back to what we used to see. It may not be as good, but it's gonna look a whole lot better than this season. You know, even though they picking it up towards the end of the season, but yeah, 2026. I'm ready and prepared for that. As long as everybody is healthy and nobody, which you're gonna have some injured players here and there, but I'm ready. So y'all think Kobe Young coming back? That's what it's all gravy said. Y'all think Kobe Young coming back?
What do you think?
No. Well, come back from the injury.
S all gravy. Is he referring to this year, like as far as representing the playoffs, or is he talking about 2026?
I think he talking about 26. If you talking about
no more eligibility,
yeah, he done exhausted. Right.
Yeah.
He done exhausted his eligibility.
You checked that out on one of your lives a couple of weeks ago. He don't have no more eligibility.
Yeah, so he gone. Oh, he's saying this season in the playoffs. I don't know.
If we make it to the semifinals, Major, I think Kirby may put him out there.
You think so?
Like he did with George Pickens.
Okay, yeah, okay. And did George Pickens left that next he left after that season, right?
Yeah, he left after we won the national title. Yeah, he didn't come back in 2022. He left in 2021.
So yeah, I mean, it depends on Kobe Young, because Kobe Young could be like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean?
I don't think so, bro.
You don't think so?
His heart, because Kirby stuck by him. The way the fans stuck, nobody threw him under the bus. I never seen in any of the comments after those accusations came up, Major. Nobody threw him under the bus, man. I mean, all demographics of Georgia fans were behind him and supporting him. And I think if the doctors cleared him, bro, he'll get back out there.
Okay. And ain't nothing wrong with that. 225 girl said that's also if no one leaves for the portal either. That's true too. You know, so who would be most likely leaving for the portal? I mean, if they I don't know. I mean, the only guys that I could think of is the guys on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know that if you getting playing time, you're gonna be going into the transfer portal. You know what I mean? I mean, depending on, I don't know. I don't know. It just depends.
Roger Robertson.
Yeah.
Sokovie White.
Sokovie White.
See him go because he got some potential. But I think he gone because when Taylor come back, bro, Taylor gonna kill it, bro.
It's a wrap.
Taylor gonna be like Jerry Judy, bro, when he come back. I'm telling you, man.
It's a wrap.
Don't understand.
They don't realize it now. They don't realize it now.
They don't realize it, man. But that one play sold me.
Yeah,
he left that Bama DB in the dust, bro.
Right. Roderick Reed said running backs. Roderick Robinson. Yeah. I think he's the
Roger Robinson.
And as far as the running backs, I think I think he probably be the only one that would go into the portal like that.
You don't think Peanut? You don't think Peanut?
Peanut too. Yep, you called it. Yep, Peanut, because he ain't doing a damn thing. Yeah, Peanut too small. He got to gain weight, and I think if he was to gain weight and he was able to run over somebody, he'll be better for Georgia. But the way our system is to be able to downhill running, you know what I mean, trucking players, Peanut can't do that. The only thing that he was good for was running on the outside. Hank said, I don't know about Georgia getting that bye week, because every time Georgia got a bye week, they seem to just be off beat. Yeah, that's true.
Let me answer this, Hank Freeze. I think that's kind of blown a little bit out of proportion, because if you look at the teams that got byes last year, Oregon was kind of overrated, in my opinion. Boise State had no business getting no damn bye. Arizona State had no business getting no bye. And we were just hit with injuries, man. We lost Thorson. We lost Carson Beck. We know, like what you've been saying this year, you know what we can and cannot do. Everybody that paid attention last year in 2024, knew going into that Notre Dame game, their strength was our weakness. We could not stop the run.
Couldn't stop
to save
the run.
our lives. We were terrible against the run. And that was what they were good at. So that was a bad matchup. Had we got Penn State or even Oregon, if we'd have drew one of them two in the semifinals, in the quarterfinals, then I think we would have been okay. But the fact that we drew Notre Dame, that was just a bad matchup that night.
So you think he referring to that game?
Yeah, because that's the only other time that we lost in the semifinals. That's the only every other semifinal we won. We beat Oklahoma. We beat Michigan. We blew Michigan out. We survived Ohio State.
Okay, see, I didn't know.
The only other time we lost in the playoff was against Bama, and then second and 26.
Nah, I didn't know we was talking about the semis, but if we just talking about regular, season, obviously it happened to us.
Regular season, yeah.
I've
always said I think one bye is enough, Major. I don't like the two byes.
Yeah.
Because if a team is hot, you don't want like with Texas. I think they bye through them all. To be honest with you, man. They was hot.
Yeah, they was.
Hot, you going to a bye week, man. What's gonna happen when you ain't playing or you ain't hitting or you ain't getting hit? You gonna cool off.
Exactly. Hey man, did you see that video though? It's a Texas channel. I'm sure you probably didn't see it, because I would have never saw it if I wasn't just looking at stuff. Texas reactions, fans reaction. Man, they had this guy. I guess it's like a Texas channel, and it's like I guess. No, it's two old white guys. Man, they were so mad about what Kirby said. I know a couple of people in the chat spoke about, Kirby sending shots. But I don't believe that's what it was. But, boy, was Texas fans mad about what Kirby said, boy, in that press conference, man. I say, man, I don't see what they saw. I understand what they meant by sending shots, be honest with you. I get it, but, I think he was mainly talking about the players. He's not talking about the program as a whole. You see what I'm saying? I think he was just talking about the players. Hey, man, you got these guys that only want money, so they go into the program that's going to only pay money. But over here, we all about physicality. You know what I'm saying? We're not about giving out the bag. We about physicality. So I don't see how they got mad, but I can understand. But it was so funny, boy, because I'm talking about two old white guys, boy. They was heated, boy. Well, one of them was. But did you see that press conference?
I didn't see it.
No, you didn't see it.
I listened in on Fire the Cannon. It's these two white girls.
Man,
they're Texas fans. I listen to them.
Boy, Texas.
To this black guy, I think he called himself Longhorn Black or something like that.
Man, a lot of those fans channels, they was hot. Because I saw the clip at first, and I thought nothing of it. I thought nothing of what Kirby said. I understood what he said. But at the end of the day, he said, it's all great. Man, I wish I had the link, but I don't even have a link no more, man. But it's two guys, two old white guys. And, man, it was so funny how pissed off that one of the guys was. And I'm like, damn, all he said was that over here, at Georgia, we focus on physicality. At Georgia, and he didn't say at Texas they don't focus on that, or he's just basically speaking. If he took any shots, it was the shots at the players. You know what I'm saying? Letting it be known that we outman Texas, and we ain't about money. Like he might have been taking a shot at Justin Terry and Tyler Atkins and I think Jordan Hall. Was it Jordan Hall or whatever his name was? He could have been taking shots at them. But, Texas fans, they going to be heated about that shit. I'm like, man, just let it go. You got beat. It is what it is. Move on, man.
You know what, though? I will say this, man. Kirby wasn't lying. And I think this is what Kirby was trying to say. When Sark started building the program, he was building them tough for the SEC.
Yeah, right? He was. Yep.
But when all them oil tycoons started coming in after. I'm talking about after the first playoff appearance, in 2023, where they left a national title on the table.
Right.
That should have been it. That was their national title year, Major.
Right.
That was their golden opportunity. So you choke against Washington. You come back in 2024, and you start letting all them oil tycoons and all of them boosters, oil boosters, throwing money at them kids. Let me tell you something, man. Money can make certain people soft.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
It can. Yeah. It can. And the thing, and what gets me is that what really gets me is that don't think that we're not looking at the fact that you backdooring us too. You know what I mean? You literally, I mean, it's fair game, but you backdooring us with all of those it was 3 different players. You know, to my recollection, it was 3 different players. I can't remember the third one, but I know Justice Terry and Tyler Atkins. You backdooring us for our players.
We've been for years, man. We've been
that's true. That's true. But we ain't talking about that though. But we not talking about that though.
Jordan Pickens, Jake Fromm.
Hey, we ain't talking about that. We talking about Sark backdooring us.
Nolan Smith, we backdoored the hell out of Bama, man.
But you know, we was already recruiting them too, though. We was already, you know what I'm saying, in the because they already had offers
man,
from.
You know how that went down, though, man.
Man,
Pickens,
listen.
He from Phoenix City.
Man, Tyler, listen,
Alabama, man.
Listen, Tyler Atkins, man, we had been recruiting him since the 8th grade, my man. Ain't no way in the world you turn around, you know what I'm saying? And I know it happens, obviously. It happens. But, man, it just threw me off. I said, ain't no way. We done wasted helicopter fuel. You know what I'm saying? We done wasted a lot of money flying in to see you. You know, and you going to turn around and I said, oh, man, okay, go ahead on. Go on about your business. Justice Terry, you too. Go on about your business because Elijah Griffin is probably better than you anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just keep it a buck. Elijah Griffin, I think, is better anyway. So it is what it is. You know, we'll take Elijah Griffin.
I look at it like this, and you see, because you don't hardly hear Justice Terry name being called, bro.
No, sir.
Elijah Griffin name been mentioned like 2 or 3 times on ESPN, bro.
Yeah,
so I feel like we got the better end of that deal, and I'm gonna say this tonight. Same thing I said when Tyler Atkins, the day that Terry flipped on us and Atkinson flipped on us. I'm gonna say it like this, man. I look at it as a blessing in disguise because you do not want no prima donnas.
Now you see this. You see what I'm saying right here, Mundo. You see what Susie Dickinson said. Now we ain't even been talking about that.
Well, when it all said and done, he will not play for the University of Georgia. I guarantee that. Who is she talking about?
She got to be talking about Jayden Wade. She can't be talking about what we talking about. We ain't talking about nobody playing for the University of Georgia.
She probably feel the same way that certain fans feel that there's a conspiracy. Not to allow brothers to start at key, which is ridiculous because
I don't believe that.
People that say that don't know the history of Georgia.
Right.
Vince Dooley was one of the first SEC coaches to start a black quarterback. I remember James Jackson, Wayne Johnson. Then you go into the 90s, Quincy Carter. Then you go into the early 2000s on the Mark Richt. DJ Shockley.
DJ Shockley, yep.
Yeah.
I remember DJ Shockley. That's as far as I go back.
Exactly. It ain't Kirby's fault that DeJuan Mathis couldn't cut the mustard.
Exactly.
It ain't Kirby's fault that Jamie Newman bailed on us a week and a half before the Arkansas game, where he had locked down, completely locked down the starting position. You know what I'm saying? It ain't Kirby's fault that Stetson Bennett decided to come back for an extra year.
Now I'm looking
when he had Caleb Williams was just getting ready to sign the papers, bro.
Yeah,
and come to Georgia.
Now she say I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about then. Let's get that straight, brother. Now I don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying, Susie. I feel what I'm saying, Susie, is you got to remember, Jamie Newman opted out and bailed on us.
He bailed on us. Yep, he definitely
at the
did
11th
that.
hour. He was going to be our starter going into 2020. Then follow up, DeJuan Mathis. You had two brothers that finished 1 and 2 in fall camp that year. DeJuan Mathis just didn't pan out, man. Kirby gave him multiple choices in that Kentucky game and in that Florida game, man. He had to yank him.
Yeah.
He was going to get hurt. If he'd have left him in, he had to yank him.
Yeah, he had to pull him out.
Yeah. Stetson Bennett, none of us thought that Stetson Bennett was going to be able to get that extra year. I didn't think he was going to be able to get that extra year, man, and come back. Caleb Williams was inked in. I'm telling you from inside sources, Caleb Williams was coming to Athens. He was on his way to Athens, but Stetson Bennett decided to come. They allowed him an extra year in 2022. That ain't nothing you can do about that. It's just the way certain things worked out.
She said, "Brother, you ain't got to go that far back. That
went under Kirby. That was under Mark Ritt. Mark Ritt was, I don't want to go into because I ain't got no problem with Mark Ritt, but the people that Mark Ritt had around him had a different way of thinking. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
They was on some other type of time because we all saw with our eye test, DJ Shockley was way better than David Green. DJ Shockley should have got more than 1 year as a starter. And then after that, I know Cam wanted to be a quarterback at Georgia, but he was told to play tight end. And Nick Marshall, he tried to make Nick Marshall into a DB where you could have had him as a quarterback. And Deshaun Watson, that was all. That didn't have nothing to do with Kirby. That was under Rick, Rick regime. And Rick had people around him that was in his ear at the time that just was on another type of time. And I'll leave it at that. I ain't gonna get into no political BS.
Now I do agree. We, with Kirby, like you say, with DeJuan Mathis, he's a bust, and Jamie Newman, and he did screw up with the Jake Fromm and Justin Fields situation, but at the end of the day, that I think he understood that mistake. I think he clearly understood that mistake. So I don't know, man. I know everybody got their opinion.
He admitted it. Yeah, he admitted it. He admitted it in several. Like, if you listen to those, see the video interviews, he gonna keep it PG.
Oh yeah, the press conference.
His radio, like when he go on those Thursday night radio talk shows.
Oh yeah,
he kind of loosen up and kind of like open up a little bit more. About and give you a little bit more inside information. Right.
Well, Susie, check this out, Susie. Like,
that she can't whoever that is, they can't be no Georgia fan. That's somebody that's just trying to stir the pot. That's all.
It could be that, and that's why I was doing the live tonight, man. Because I said, man, we got too much hatred going on, and it's like, man, let's just be positive. Like you said, who was you talking about when you was talking about Kobe Young? Everybody was saying stuff positive about Kobe Young. That's probably going to make Kobe Young want to come back to the University of Georgia or stay at the University of Georgia. So that's why I was not complaining, but I was, doing this live because I felt like, look, man, we're going to push these guys away if we keep being extra negative. Now, we know it's a little far off because, it's 2028, but we can't be so negative about it, man. You make these dudes are kids. He's a sophomore right now. So what that make him, like 16, 17? You know what I mean? So, Hold on. Mark Richt was 9-10 when Coach Kirby was at least 10 games a year minimum. What he's saying right there. I don't know what Jared's saying right there, Mark.
And okay, she basically saying Mark Richt was like 9, give you 10 best. The thing about it with Mark Richt, the difference between Mark Richt and Kirby, Mark Richt just didn't have that killer instinct that Kirby has.
Yeah. He did.
He even when he went to Miami, man. That's why I didn't really work down there. He never had that. I ain't gonna say soft, but he's not. If you gonna win championships, You need a coach like Kirby that's gonna get up in them players' faces,
right?
And
You gotta
call
be
them
a
out.
dog.
You need, you need a dog as head coach. And Kirby learned a lot from Nick Saban. And if you notice, and people notice, as the years go on, he's getting better and better and better and better. You can only get better, and you got to remember, this dude came in taking a team. He took an 8-5 team,
right?
An 8-5 program, to the following year, to all the way to the national championship game.
So yeah, he did take a good bit from Saban, but I also don't want to treat this man like he's some type of like, robot or protege, which, I mean, if that's what you want to call him, but I'm sure he found his own way also. So I get everybody Saban, but me personally, I don't like to hear that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't saying that to you or it's all gravy. I'm not saying it to y'all per se. I'm just saying I think he found his own way. He got his own team. You know what I mean? He got his own type of player. So he's developing into the best type of college football and coaching college football. Justin Fields hurt himself more than anything. If he would have stayed, he would have learned how to read a defense and run an offense. That was false. I heard that was false information about that reading the defense. I heard that was bull. It could have been true, but I heard that was bull.
And then I seen somebody in the comments say that Susie Dickerson person is a Bama fan. And see, Bama fans love to sit there and they like the gaslight. They gaslight Georgia fans say, "Oh, y'all, Georgia don't like to have no brothers at QB." Well, let me refresh their memory. Before Nick Saban got there, they didn't have no brother at no QB.
No.
Nick Saban brought that to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah,
let's not forget. Before Nick Saban, that school was the University of George Wallace. Okay,
University of George Wallace.
Let's not forget now.
Yeah. A little history lesson for them.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want me to give them no history lesson, but before Saban got there,
right?
There were no brothers playing quarterback. And Blake Sims, the first one, that dude was getting death threats, and he got a cross burnt in his mama had a cross burnt in his front yard. I remember watching Paul Feinbaum, because I used to watch a lot of Paul Feinbaum back then. I wasn't really into YouTube like that.
Okay.
And I remember, like, after they lost the Ole Miss game, and especially after they lost that Ohio State game in the playoffs, that them Bama callers, them redneck, them backwood redneck callers, they were calling in. They were dragging that young man, dragging that poor young, blaming everything on him. Everything. He played a good game. He threw for like 400 yards in that game. But every time Bama lost that year, blaming Blake Sims. Sims. And Blake Sims did an interview with Paul Feinbaum like a couple of years later, and he was telling Paul Feinbaum and Laura Rutledge about the hell he went through that year, all the death threats that he was getting, cross burnt in his mama front yard and all that. Man, yeah.
Boy, you giving me a history.
Them Bama fans don't want to go there. They do not want to go there.
Yeah, you definitely giving me a history lesson right now, because I did not know about that. It all went on, fans,
man, Bama is one of the most next to Iowa is one of the most racist fan bases. And I'm telling you, man, I grew up in East Alabama. I'm telling you. Right. I ain't telling you what I think. I'm telling you what I know.
Right. And I'm just trying to cut that down, nip that in the bud on my channel, period. Like, if you don't like what you see, you can move on somewhere and go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna promote all of the guys that come to the Dogs or commit to the Dogs, whether it's verbal or not, because they don't have that smoke for Dog Nation when they talk about it. They don't have that smoke for other casters when they talk about it. So don't get up under mine and say all that negative stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go under theirs and y'all do that over there. For me, I'm going to promote these guys, and I'm going to, even if they don't come to Georgia, it is what it is. I gotta report the news. This is the news. It ain't like they just a random player out there. Nah, they actually recruited this guy, and he's actually verbally committed. So that's the news that I'm going to put out, and hopefully we can all stay positive when it comes to the doghouse chats, because I don't want to get out of character like Kangaroo Black did. But I just wanted to throw this out there, man, because I want a lot of people that do watch Georgia football or watch football period to understand that, man, like, it ain't about no race, man. Like, let's leave that shit alone. I understand that it's a lot of racial things going on outside of football, but within football, man, if this is what it takes for us to get along, then that's what it need to be. Like, I don't want to hear all that, cause he black. I don't want to hear that no more. Like, that's, you know what I mean? That's old news, man. It's 2025, baby. We ain't worried about that.
2025. 2018 was a totally different time. Like I said, you still had a portion of people that was still salty about Mark Richt. They felt like Mark Richt was done wrong, despite Kirby's success of taking us to a national title. I remember, in the comment section at halftime of that Rose Bowl game, you had a couple of them leftover Richtbot fans. I call them Richtbot fans. It was in there saying, see, he need to go. Mark Richt would never get embarrassed like this at halftime by Oklahoma, a team like Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So,
right,
I mean,
right,
man,
right.
It's I look at it like this, bro. You got fools at every school, bro.
You do. I'm just trying to cut it down on mine, though. Don't come over here with that. Going on somebody else's channel with that.
We on positive over here, bro.
Exactly. We talking about the dogs. Yeah, it's all love. We just talking about the dogs. We ain't talking about what Georgia don't do, and none of us work for the University of Georgia, so we can't. None of us say who they will start or who they won't start. None of us work for Kirby Smart or Mike Bobo. So that's my main thing. You know what I mean? But at the end of
you can't control Kirby, or nobody on the staff can control what comes out of what the way of thinking of some certain backwoods portion of the fan base. Right. Every fan base has that. Fan base has that.
Right. And that's the narrative that's being pushed. Like I say, that's why I'm doing this live, because I was going to actually talk about everything else that we already talked about. I was going to actually talk about that, but I just started looking at. I'm getting notifications every time I turn around. I'm like, well, damn, like, what, y'all act like y'all opposed to it, like, you know what I mean? So that's when I changed the whole topic of the video of the live. So I switched it up. I said, God damn it, the same people that were saying that, they not even in my chat now. They probably looking at it. So hopefully y'all get the message, and hopefully y'all change the way y'all think about what's going on at the University of Georgia, because I don't believe that's what's happening. But yeah, man, hey man, I appreciate you calling in. We're gonna be right back at it Saturday against Charlotte. I don't even know who the hell Charlotte is, to be honest with you.
The 49ers, the Charlotte 49ers, man.
The Charlotte 49ers.
What are we gonna be on TV, or we're not on TV?
You probably gonna have to catch the Skycast or something like that with that game. That I don't know if that game gonna be on TV. I could check though, but I don't necessarily know if that's one.
That's the only thing I hate about these cupcake games, man.
They don't want to show them. Yeah,
they don't want to show them, and they don't. It's like,
it's gonna be on the SEC network.
In the Heisman race, bro. I kind of was hoping. I wish we could have got Kentucky or somebody like that this week.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. But hey, man, we got to do what the schedule will have for us to. What do you say? Hold on, bro. Charlotte in North Carolina. Hey, man. I mean, I just didn't know who the hell they was, to be honest with you. I mean, it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on the SEC network. If anybody got the SEC network, you can watch Florida and Charlotte and Georgia. Yeah. It's gonna be on the SEC network.
Surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they putting that on TV.
yeah. But you know, it wasn't gonna be on no other channel outside of the SEC network. You know what I mean? It wasn't gonna be on no ABC or nothing like that. So, yeah, that's gonna
Let
12.
me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you a question. You think Garner gonna walk out with the seniors?
With the seniors?
Yeah.
He might, man. He might. I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
So you 100% sure you believe he coming back for another year?
I believe he coming back. Yeah. All of this talk about money and not worried about money and all of this and that, and he's a good old boy. He better come back. All this what we've been hearing. He better come on back. You know what I mean?
If he keep balling out like he been balling out, man.
You think he gone?
Major, yeah, I think he gone, man. Because right now the NFL, it's a high demand for quarterbacks, bro.
Okay.
All these quarterbacks going down with season-ending injuries, man. It's gonna be a high demand for quarterbacks, bro. So I don't know, man. I hope I'm wrong.
I'm hoping for the best, man. To be honest with you, because the reason why I really, really hope that he does come back is because, I mean, who else you got? You know what I mean? We don't want to end up in this.
Your boy,
Ryan
Pug.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I like Pug, brother. I like Pug. I love Pug, right? I love Pug. But
You've been calling for
I've been
Pug
calling
all
for
year
him.
now, man. Come on, man.
I've been calling for him. But damn it, we on a high now, and I need the wins. I need the experience more than anything, and I want another natty. And I know if he does come back, we got a bigger chance of getting that natty.
We gonna get it. We gonna damn sure get it if he come back, bro.
That's
all the weapons we got.
Right, with the weapons. That's exactly why. Yeah, I still like Pug now. I still want to see him too. You know, but I don't know how we will. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see him.
You know who I'm excited about next year, man? He down right now, but you know who he gonna be the one that replaced Kobe. Ethan Barber.
Ethan Barber. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I like Elias or Ulysses Williams. I like him too.
Yeah.
I like him too.
We're gonna have both of them, bro. We're gonna have both of them, Major.
Yeah, that's gonna be like two Darnell Washingtons out there. Like, you know, that's gonna be hell, man. That's why I say
and them two speedsters, Taylor and
Wiley,
and Noah Thomas coming back. Noah Thomas gonna be the man.
Noah Thomas
he gonna be our number one receiver next year.
So why you think I don't want him to leave right now? Now, even though Pug my guy, I need Gunner to come on back because you got too many weapons. Come on back and do your thing, man. Let's go ahead and get this natty. I think he'll do it. I'm thinking he's gonna do it. I'm gonna speak it into his existence.
I hope you're right, bro. I really do hope you're right. I'm looking at it like this, Major. I've never seen the NFL like this. Well,
it's the demand is high
for quarterbacks, bro. They hurt quarterbacks in the NFL this year, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be his decision. You know, he's gonna be eligible, so it's gonna be his decision. So, you know, hopefully he make the right decision, which is staying at Georgia. Don't worry about no money. Don't worry about you ain't being worried about no money. Don't worry about no money. You good. You know what I mean?
In the event he does, let's just say if he does, do you think Kirby should hit the portal and get a QB like I'm gonna give you?
Oh yeah, I think so.
The backup from Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think
like him. I can see him hitting the portal.
Yeah, if he does, I think he need to hit the portal. Definitely hit the portal because I mean, I don't know, man. Like I said, Ryan, you know, he just ain't had enough experience. We've been down so much in each game. We just never got the time to really see him. You know what I mean? So that's what scares me. That's what a lot of people don't realize either. Like, that's what I hate about when we don't play well, because when we don't play well, we don't get to see that backup quarterback as much. So if he gets his first start, it's like, all right, damn, we got the talent around him, but I don't want to see him throwing a million interceptions. I don't want to see him turn out like Carson. You know what I mean? And it kind of looked like that's where we were headed at one point with him. You know, I mean, he only threw two interceptions on the little bit of time he hadn't got in, but I'm looking for a transfer if he declares for the NFL though. I'm looking for a quarterback out the transfer portal.
How soon? Okay, so you just made a good point that it's unfortunately, man, especially in the Austin Peay.
Right.
That was a golden opportunity for us to see a little bit more Pug.
Yeah.
I think Kirby should have put Pug in a little earlier.
Right.
Also.
Right.
But that's neither here or there. How soon would you put Pug in Saturday? How soon would you put him in the game if you were Kirby?
If I'm Kirby, and I'm going based on my knowledge of Kirby, if I'm Kirby and Gunnar Stockton does what he's normally been doing for the last couple of weeks, I'm putting Gunnar in. I'm putting Ryan in probably. The third quarter. I'll say that. I was gonna say a little earlier, but yeah, I probably put him in the third quarter because you just don't know. You just don't know.
No, man.
I
don't know. I would let Gunnar play, and I know he in the Heisman campaign right now. That's why I think Kirby gonna follow your advice and probably play him to the third quarter. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about the national title, and you never know. We might have an extra game against Bama or Texas A&M that we don't know about right now. If things could happen where we could easily have to play an extra game. So
with Kirby's history,
the first quarter,
I'm going based on his history. So that's kind of where I'm sitting at with it. Like, okay, we know how Kirby is. If you're not up by 30 points in the first half, you know what I'm saying? By the end of the first half, you ain't up by 30, 35 points. He ain't putting you in. He's not going to start. Hey, I don't know. He might start him. Yeah, just because it is Charlotte. So he might start him in the first quarter. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know because Kirby's just so.
I would give Gunnar 3 series. I'll be like, okay, you go out there and do what you got to do in 3 series.
That looks better. That sounds better. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Yeah, go through 3, like you said, 3 series, put him in. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? See what he does.
No running. I wouldn't have him running the ball like he did Saturday night. I would not have him taking that chance.
Everybody said put him in the first quarter. I mean, if it's me, I would. But just judging based off of Kirby's history, he ain't. I don't know. When have we actually started the backup? Like even for games like this, when have we actually started the backup in the first quarter? Like right off. I don't even remember a time, not under Kirby. I don't remember a time where we've done that.
I remember Mark Richt used to do that all the time.
Okay, Mark Richt.
David Green would go out there and throw like 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. And he'll bring DJ Shockley in. DJ Shockley coming in and close it out.
Now that sounds like a plan to me. But if you Kirby, I don't know if Kirby gonna do that.
Yeah, Kirby ain't never done it. I remember Kirby would have Stetson in there to maybe midway through the third quarter, and then he would bring in Carson back. And even with JT Daniels, when JT Daniels was the starter, Carson, I'm sorry, not Carson, but you would see Stetson come in midway through the third quarter. And even with Jake Fromm, you would see. I remember the Auburn game in 2018. Justin Fields came in midway through the third quarter.
Yeah, it's all great to say, man, we talking about a different Kirby now. LOL, he might even start Gunnar. What you talking about? He
might not even start Gunnar.
Oh, he might not even start Gunnar.
That would be true.
Yeah,
that would be true. It's all gravy, but Kirby is all in on this Heisman thing.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why I kind of think it's going to go the way you see it, Major. Where Gunnar may get an entire first.
Right. It's the talk is already out there about the Heisman. He's gonna start Gunnar for the rest of the. You know what I mean? Obviously against Georgia Tech, but even with this Charlotte game, I see. Judging based on our last couple of games, I see the second half, the start of the second half, probably midway, like you said before. But depending on how well the offense does, it'd probably be the start of the second half. He'll let them go ahead and get in and sling it around. But knowing Kirby, it's going to be midway. It's gonna be midway.
I will say this though, Major. I will say this though, because it's now we are. It ain't just our fan base talking about the Heisman. They talking about on ESPN,
no, yeah,
Fox Sports, CBS. Everybody talking about Gunner for the Heisman. So I can see where Mike Bobo, we gonna see something that we ain't seen all year. Where pass play after pass play after pass play. I'm talking about like 40 or 50-yard attempts down the field, Major.
Yeah, I hope to see it too.
That.
I hope to see. I mean, with these last two defenses, it's not like you couldn't pull that off anyway. To be honest, with these last two defenses, with Charlotte and Georgia Tech, yeah, we should see a bunch of gunslinging going on between those two guys. We should, between Gunner and Ryan Puglisi, we should see that ball getting slung around at least 30 times. At least 30 times a game for the last two games. So, yeah, I forgot about the Heisman thing. Yeah, they talking about that. Like you said, it ain't just the fan base. It's a lot of people talking about that Heisman.
Everybody, Gunner. Yeah, it's all over sports media. Gunner for Heisman.
If we up by 21 points in the first quarter, he will pull Gunner. Now I don't think so. That ain't Kirby style. That ain't his MO. He gonna wait at least in midway before he. Midway or either at the beginning of the third quarter. I'm predicting that midway or the beginning of the third quarter. He could get
only way I can see him pulling Gunner before halftime is we're gonna go out there and throw 4 touchdowns like Jay Crum did in the first game. Yeah,
he got to. That's the only way. That's the only way. And I know it's just Charlotte, but that's not the way Kirby operate. You know what I mean? Kirby want to be up at least 3 touchdowns before he'll pull. You know what I mean? Even though it's just Charlotte, he want to be up at least 3 touchdowns before he pull them out. But I feel like he definitely deserves to be in the talks of Heisman. Okay. Yeah,
he's in it. It's all gravy. He in the talk. More than talk.
I was watching ESPN and they talking about it. You know what I mean? Like it might just be just a couple of hints in here and there, but a lot of it, once that start happening where people from ESPN start hitting at it, that's the same thing that happened with Stetson Bennett. They started hitting at it, and then eventually they was like, oh yeah, he's a what they call it, he been invited or whatever the case may be to the Heisman banquet or whatever. Once they start talking about it, then eventually it's gonna happen. You know, he ain't got but
the only thing that may throw a curb in it is if we don't make it to Atlanta, and you know what they say, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And let's just say if Marcel Reed just go off in Atlanta.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm reading that they ain't gonna come, man. What they talking about? When he comes back.
And I think that's why Quick Wrench is saying what he's saying. I think because of us not going to Atlanta, that may cost him.
Right.
You know, I don't know. You know.
What about one of the quarterbacks hitting the transfer portal? Only person I could think of that it might hit is probably Ryan Montgomery. If anybody hit the portal, it'd probably be Ryan Montgomery or not Ryan Montgomery. Puglisi. Puglisi might hit the portal if Gunner comes back. I'm not sure, but I think he will though. What you think?
I think so let's just say if we lock Jared Curtis down, which I doubt. I still think Curtis gonna choose Vanderbilt over.
Yeah. I think so too. I mean,
and to be honest with you, that would be the smart. I would go to Vanderbilt and start day one.
Now he ain't gonna have the same success. I just, I want him to know that.
No.
No, he's not gonna have that same success. I hope that he's thinking about that. Like you ain't gonna have that same success now. But at the same time, I'm not opposed to you leaving because this is what happens all the time in Georgia. So it's like, I mean, it just happened to us with Dylan Raiola. So it's not like it's nothing, that we ain't used to. So if he does shoot, and then they put that article out talking about he bought his own ticket. Like, so they literally to that game. So they literally hinting at it. Like, yeah, he's really interested. So I'm like, okay.
if he bought his own ticket, then that's a good sign for us. Because if he was there for Vanderbilt business, he wouldn't have had to pay for no ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's true. That's true. But you just never know, man. I know that's home for him or whatever, but guys going to these other programs, man, you opening up that damn gate. You opening it up to, because they talking to him. So it ain't like they don't know that Jared Curtis is in the house. You know what I mean? He bought his ticket to watch the game, but I'm sure everybody out there know Jared Curtis is in the house, and they you know what I mean? They went out and talked to him, and they constantly still trying to recruit him. So Dylan Ray was mad at KJ for going to Georgia. He thought KJ was following him. I don't know. That was the case. But it is what it is with him. I ain't even think about him no more. But
let me ask you a question, man. How do you think? I know at 1 minute we didn't really get a chance to see him that much, man. But how do you think Pug looked against that Texas defense Saturday night when he came in the game? How do you think he handled himself?
I think he was cool for what they gave him to do for the assignment. You know what I mean? I think it was decent for the assignment. I can't really recall exactly, play by play. But, I mean, it wasn't no turnovers, you know what I mean? It wasn't no interceptions or nothing like that thrown. So, I think he was all right. I think that with a little more reps, I think he probably be just as good as Gunnar Stockton, to be honest with you. Because still to this day, even though I feel like Gunnar Stockton has been accurate with his throws, I feel like, he's tough. I still don't feel like he's that far off from Ryan Puglisi. Like, Ryan Puglisi ain't that far behind him. Like, only thing Ryan got to do, in my opinion, is just take care of the ball and make decent decisions, because that's exactly what Gunnar is doing. That's why Gunnar is, everybody's talking so highly about Gunnar right now, because he's making great decisions. You know what I mean? He's not turning the ball over. He's not throwing interceptions. I mean, he got only three on the season, so that's damn good. You know what I mean? So even with Ryan Puglisi coming in, all he have to do is do the same damn thing, repeat the same cycle.
Be a little bit more disciplined. Be a little bit more disciplined with the ball.
Yeah, be a little bit more disciplined. You know what I mean? And keep himself settled in. And I think he's learning that from Gunnar right now. I think he's learning that for Gunnar. Don't be antsy. Gunnar just have a better command of the offense. Pug is far more gifted physically. Quick, I believe so too. I still, to this day, I still believe that. Yeah, that he's a better athlete.
It wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that, Major. Because remember that first G-Day game with Gunnar. Gunnar was like Puglisi, pass happy.
Right. Okay, yeah.
He was pass happy. Kirby had to
he had to settle down. Yep. The type of offense we run, you got to settle down, because they, we don't run the type of offense where you can be really mobile like that. If you notice, most quarterbacks outside of Stetson Bennett wasn't really mobile like that. Even the ones that could, move around and, but for Gunnar, I definitely feel like they did settle him down. And Puglisi, I do feel like he's more physically talented. Like, just watching, I'm just basing it off of his highlights, his high school highlights. Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, the height and
the height, everything.
Puglisi is mobile.
Right, and he's mobile, and he's tough too. So this is why I say I don't think he's that far off from Gunnar Stockton. I think the biggest thing Gunnar got over him is experience and the fact that he protects the ball very well week after week. And he also has gotten better week after week. So I still got to give him credit for that. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be a good quarterback. I think we probably will see him. We might see him on Sunday. I could see him as a little backup. I could see him. I don't know about starting. I don't know about that with Gunnar.
No, not in year one. Hell, I say like by his second or third year, he'll probably start.
Maybe somebody give him that shot, man. But Well, they say the cycle is the same. Bobo and QBs sit 2 years and start. You don't come right in and start in the system. QBs have to wait their turn. Yeah, that's normally.
And I don't see Jerry Curtis want to sit for no 2 years. That's why I keep saying that I think he's gonna eventually pick Vanderbilt.
Right, but the thing is like why? I mean, what's the point of the scrimmages if you're not gonna choose the? To me, I believe they choosing the best quarterback. You know, even when we stress out about Gunner and Stetson, they doing something right, man. They doing something right. You know what I mean? So we can stress about my main thing with Gunner was I just didn't feel like he was exciting enough. I think that was my problem. He wasn't flashy, but as you can see now when I do my lives, I talk about like you ain't got to be flashy. You ain't got to just get the job done. Right. So I think now that we this far in the season, now I'm understanding who this guy is. He's not the flashy guy. He's not the dual threat type of guy that I assumed him to be. I assumed him to be that type of guy to run around and throw a bunch of throws on the run, but he doing all the right things, man. You know what I mean? He making all the right decisions. That's all I could ask for from a quarterback. So I'm comfortable with him, and he better come back.
Yeah, because Julian Sand ain't flashy. All the ones that I think that are going to be the finalists, like Mendoza, Julian Sand.
Oh, what's his name? Pavia.
They're not flashy at all.
No, they're not.
The only flashy one is Marcel Reed. That's it. The only one.
Well, hell, I didn't see a whole lot of flash against South Carolina.
Man, you better go back and look at them highlights. That boy did one play. He did this one play where he spun around and put his hand on the ground, kept running.
I got to go back and see that. I got to go back and watch that.
That boy gonna be held in the NFL.
Yeah,
I will say that. Whoever draft him they're gonna get them a damn good one.
You said the Superman dive in the end zone against Auburn wasn't flashy enough. Nah, because I
forgot about that. That Superman dive.
That was cool. That was cool. But yeah, I think I'm looking for a more of a dynamic quarterback, like somebody that set the tone when they get on that field. Like, I always revert back to like a Baker Mayfield. Like, you knew he ran that. He that was his team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people don't want to hear that, but Baker Mayfield had confidence, like super confidence, like, you know what I'm saying, like through the roof. And I always felt like, damn, I wish Georgia had a quarterback like this. You know what I mean?
Don't you? He did his 5th season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know what, man?
I mean, even
example to me would be Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel.
Johnny
Manziel. Johnny Manziel too. Yeah. Johnny Manziel had that swag. Yeah. Johnny Manziel had that swag. Now, yep. And I ain't gonna lie. I like Ty Simpson, man. He ain't flashy, but I like that.
He's kind of boring, man.
He quiet. He quiet, but that boy.
When I think about Ty Simpson, he remind me of just picture Carson Beck without the interceptions. That you got Ty Simpson. That ain't my opinion. I'm just saying.
But Ty can take off though. He can take off. Now I done seen him take off.
The man can take off too now.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. He can move his feet a little bit. I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying about that one.
And that Texas game down there in Austin, he took off and ran for like 20 some yards.
I just like I just feel like Ty be kind of surgical with it, man, with the splitting up the defense the way he do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he did it to us. As, he just I like how he do as far as his game. Like as far as being flashy.
You gotta remember who he throwing to, bro. He got 3 elite receivers.
He do.
Bernard, Horn, Williams, man. I mean, come on. You probably could do the same.
Ty trash. He can't even throw the deep ball. Nah, Ty ain't trash, bro. Like, I don't seen him enough.
He ain't trash, but I'm just saying he ain't all that.
I ain't putting him on a pedestal.
With damn Kentucky, bro. He ain't putting up them same damn numbers, man.
I agree. I agree. If you put him with less talent, but I mean, I mean, you got to say that for anybody, right? You put them with less talent, they ain't gonna do shit. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So like, you put Gunnar Stockton with Kentucky right now, we ain't gonna even know who the hell Gunnar Stockton is, man. If you put him with Kentucky, huh?
Where I mean, I'm just saying. I think Gunnar brings you a little bit more than what Ty Simpson brings. Gunnar will get them extra. Like if it's a 3rd and 5, you got a threat not only with the running back or the receiver, you got the threat of a quarterback like Gunnar picking up them extra 5 yards. Where if it's Ty Simpson and it's 4th and 5, you know it's either the running back gonna get you or he gonna get you with his arm. He ain't taking off.
No, he ain't really gonna. Yeah. I've seen him do it, but he's not doing it every game. Like you ain't gonna see him. I only think I saw him taking off probably once or twice in a few games that I did watch from Alabama. That ball Gunnar threw to Humphreys against Tennessee, that thing was beautiful. Yeah, Gunnar. I think Gunnar can throw. Gunnar can throw. His arm is not that damn deep, but it's deep enough. It gets the job done. Don't get me wrong. What about the quarterback from Clark Central? The Clark Central.
I heard about him too. I can't think of his name, but I heard about him too, Major.
Oh, I have to check him out. Man. But yeah, man, we'll be here talking all damn night, man. Messing around with you, man. You make sure, hey, before we get out of here, man, you better make sure you get it right with Kangaroo Black and y'all talk it over.
Yeah, man, I ain't got no problem with him, man. I'm just, I just, now that I know he kind of a little sensitive, man.
Yeah, kind of stay in your zone. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you because some of them words was kind of, like, nah, I can't. I feel you. You know what I mean? I feel you. So,
you don't even, and Uncle Lou gutter with it, bro. He ain't never went off on no.
No, I ain't never heard him. I ain't never heard him do that. I heard him talk shit and cuss, but not like, the sexual stuff. I think Kangaroo Black was just that heated. He probably, when he go back looking at it now, he probably like, damn, I might have shouldn't have.
that was a crash out. That's a crash out. Bro.
Yeah, he crashed.
That's right. There's the prime example of a fan crashing out. And the thing is, he hyped himself up from because he had doubts on Monday and Tuesday. But somewhere around Wednesday, he started talking bold, talking all that crap about Oklahoma. We better than Oklahoma. We gonna do this, and he hyped himself. He psyched himself out into believing that Bama could beat Oklahoma.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's all gravy. Like I told him, man, like I said, you got to get it right. But then again, it is what it is. Cause some of the stuff was kind of,
all that
personal
talk, bro. I don't want to be associated with that crap, man. So my thing is, if I go in there and try again, and he come with that crap, I don't want, because people are already looking at him funny. I don't want them looking at me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I did a little quick response. I did a little quick response to him on my post game show Saturday night, and then I kept it moving, man. Kept it on football, bro.
Right. Hey, man, that's how it is, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you for calling in, man. We definitely had some good talks tonight. I think we talked enough for the rest of the damn week, but I probably will be coming back with something.
They about to have that selection show in the hour. You know that, don't you?
Oh, yeah?
Tonight, Tuesday. Yes, sir. Tuesday night, bro.
Okay. You going to be live for that?
I might do a little something afterwards.
Okay. Yeah, I might do something afterwards, too. So, yeah, man.
If you do something afterwards, then I'll just come over here with you. And then I just do my thing tomorrow, since you already cooking.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, man, because I'm thinking because I'm about to hit the store in a minute, man. I got off work and
you got about an hour.
I'm about to hit the store and get me some brews and so I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll hit you up on Instagram and let you know.
Yeah, just hit me up on DM and let me know if you do something. Then I'll come over here with you and chop it up with you, man.
All right, and if you and then if I don't, then I'll come through. If you go ahead and do go live or whatever, I'll come into yours.
Okay.
All right, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
All right, man. Hey, man, appreciate you too, man. God bless, man, and go Dogs.
You already know it. Go Dogs, brother. I got to give my guy a round of applause, man. Y'all give Mondo a round of applause for coming off in this thing and spitting some real game. Mondo was cooking, man, because he was really speaking some history, man, and some stuff that I'm going to probably go back and check out, man. It was some real history, some real game he was spitting, you know, when it came to Alabama. And I like to dig into the history of different teams, and not just my team, but just to find out different things. And, you know, for one, I want to say, man, I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me, man, and staying down with me through this whole YouTube journey, man. This thing was hard when I first started out. It's getting easier and easier, you know, as it go by. But I appreciate y'all because I need somebody to talk to about Georgia at the end of the day, and y'all be right there each and every time, you know what I mean, in the chat, participating, you know, everybody getting along, everybody being positive. That's my main goal when it comes to this Doghouse channel, is for everybody to kick back, relax, chill, you know, get your drink, get your smoke, whatever you do, you know what I mean? It's on you. So I definitely appreciate everybody, man, and y'all make sure y'all give yourself a round of applause, man. Stand down, man. I really do appreciate it. But at the end of the day, man, y'all know what it is and who it is, man. This is the Doghouse. Me and Mondo, we gonna figure it out what we gonna do as far as coming back on live. And I don't think I'm gonna be on no live or nothing. But we gonna figure it out anyway, man. Y'all know what it is and who it is, man. It is the Doghouse, man. We about to ride out, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's go.
I'm the Georgia Bulldog.